Good morning. This is Debra Cox and it's Talk Thursday. I just want to take a few minutes. There have been a lot of craziness with the weather, especially out in the Texas area, the flooding and all. And there have been a lot of lives of young children lost. Now, I've never had to go through the loss of any of my own children, but I've seen families and the devastation through the loss, whether it's through, from the flooding, from illness, from an accident, that I know must be one of the hardest things you'll ever have to go through. I know it's hard enough as losing a parent, but I can only imagine the grief that a family goes through in losing a child. And here's what I want to say. Take as long as you need to grieve. There's no rhyme or reason or time frame as to how you do that, but try to think about something positive to do in that person's memory, because that way you have something to look forward to for the future, something that can be done on a yearly basis. If that child was into art, help sponsor an art show. If that child was into animals, help a local animal shelter, with a food drive or a toy drive or an adoption drive. If the child was one that was learning to cook, help a local food bank, put on a yearly drive to collect food items for families in need. That's spreading the kindness. That's much what we need today, and that will help to build a rapport within the community. It will build support for those parents that have lost those children, our family members. It won't bring them back, but it will bring a positive manner and reflection as to that young person's life. And so, reach out to somebody that has lost the life of a young person, because I can imagine they're struggling day by day, minute by minute. And sometimes just, somebody reaching out and sharing some kindness can make a difference. And, check in on them from time to time, because that's something we all need to get better at, is checking up on each other as the days go by. On this Thursday morning, the sun is starting to rise in the distance. You hear the sounds, you see the sights of God's beauty and creation. It's breathtaking, and I'm going to leave you with a few seconds more of this God's grace and beauty. And I hope you have a most wonderful week. Stay safe out there. Stay hydrated. Check in on your family and friends. And, smile today. Have a little laughter. It helps us all to take those things into account. So this is Debra Cox, and this is Talk Thursday.